Hi, and welcome to this week's Missions Mobilization Weekly Briefing. I'm Bill Keller. I'm with the Lancaster Alliance Church, and I serve on the district's Missions Mobilization Committee. And this week, we're going to be talking to you about a special topic that's near and dear to my heart, which is marketing your missions conference. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, but Bill, we just got finished with missions conference. Why would we be talking about marketing our missions conference now? Well, we'll talk about that in a second, but the bigger question, why would we be talking about marketing our missions conference? What's that all about? Well, missions to us is exciting. It's the Lord's work. And sometimes in our busy lives, we need to be able to get the word out to other people that might not have that same feeling as we do, to get them excited so they can understand the importance of missions and how we're affecting lives around the world and how we're glorifying God. And so that's one of the reasons that we market missions. Now, why are we starting now? Because it's never too early to start. We're going to present you with some ideas that might take a little bit more time than you're used to. And if you can start early, you might be able to help other people to help you, and the events will turn out better. So we're going to be talking about 4 specific items that we've used over the last several years. We're going to present those to you. 2 that are going to be for pre-promotion, 1 that we've used during the conference, and then 1 for an event after the conference to keep our people engaged in missions. Now, the first item we're going to be talking about is one you see right now. It's what I'm wearing. This is this year's t-shirt that we've made up. Let's take a look at the back. You can see what that says, and I'll show you last year's t-shirt as well. The Alliance opening doors so others may know him. And then it shows our date, talks about our church there. One of the great things about this, everybody loves a t-shirt. And it's not only just giving the t-shirts out, we give these out to a limited number of people. And you'd be surprised how many people who don't get one really want one. So it is exciting because people are going, how do I get one? How do I get one? And it creates a buzz about the missions conference. So we use this ahead of time. We hand these out a lot to the kids and also to some of the youth, and then we give them out sporadically to people in the congregation. But one thing we ask the people that we give the shirts to is, in the weeks leading up to the missions conference, wear the shirts. So you'd be surprised when you're looking across the church and you're seeing in the service, 10 or 20 people that are wearing these shirts. People are going, what's this all about? And they look for these people in the lobby and say, oh, it's about missions conference. And they really get excited. Now, the other thing is, how do you give these shirts out? I've gotten a little bit of pushback. I wanted to throw them out in the audience into the congregation. That might not work for your church, but we've given them out by putting a sticker into the bulletin, and then people come up to us at a table afterwards. And that's worked great. One of the other items that we've used for pre-promotion is what you see on the board behind me. That's right, we've used magnets. Now this magnet, it tells about our missions festival, when the dates are. It's basically a save the date magnet. We put this into our bulletin 1 week, actually several months in advance, or a month or 2 in advance is what we recommend. And it's just to kind of get them into the idea that this is coming, this is exciting. One of the things that we've used during the missions conference is our bag. Now you may notice that this has the same design as our t-shirt. We don't want to do double duty and have to come up with a lot of new designs and a lot of extra work. You don't have that kind of time. So we've taken the same design that we had from the t-shirt and we've made this bag. Now this is a bag that we've given out during the week. One of the nice things to do with something like this is also then use it as a thank you present to the missionaries that are coming. We've actually taken this bag and filled it with some local goodies, and it's our way of saying we really appreciate you and thank you for coming and thank you for sharing what the Lord is doing in your field. And so that was one of the great things that we got double use out of this item as well. And the last item is something that we've used in an event afterward to keep our people engaged. And that's a keychain that we had made up. And this is actually for our GCF weekend. It says on the front, pray for Africa. And then on the back, we have some prayer requests of the missionaries that we were talking about during that time. One of the neat things about this particular item is we had one of the people in our congregation. He was kind enough to make these for us. He had a laser engraver. He has a woodworking shop, and he made 200 of these keychains for us for that weekend. Now, you say, but I don't have these resources, Bill. You're in marketing. I don't think I can really do this. But with today's technology, it's actually a whole lot easier than you might think. And there might be some resources within your congregation that you can draw upon as well. So now we're going to be talking about resources. Where can I get this stuff done? Well, one of the things and a great starting point is a website called Vistaprint. You can get t-shirts done there. You can get magnets done there. All sorts of different printed material at relatively inexpensive prices. There might be better sources. You might know of them. Staples might be another place. You might even go into your own office. Do you have a color printer? That's a great place to start as well. If you want to make some magnets, you can go down to Staples, pick up the magnet, print a business card on your color printer, and stick them onto the magnet, and you've got yourself a magnet just like we did. But you can do it in quantities as low as 10 if you want, or even 1. It doesn't matter. That's the great thing with the new technology today. One of the other resources is CMA also has their own store. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. And so that could be another great resource for you as well. And the last but not least is look into your own congregation. Who has some skills or resources that you might be able to draw upon? Maybe you have a promotional products distributor or a printer in your congregation. Draw upon these people and ask them if they might want to get involved and how they might be able to add to the missions conference and get people excited about what the Lord is doing around the world. And if all else fails and you can't come up with ideas on your own and you're just really kind of running into a roadblock, call the district office and they'll put you in touch with me, and I'll see if I can't help you get you moving and on your way. Thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great missions conference next year.